Yeah, we can do jokes.
Did you do any research before you had me on?
About you?
Yeah.
My whole life has been researching you. No, don't you know everything about every comic?
Yeah.
Back. Jerry Seinfeld. Talking about Rodney Dangerfield. You were talking about Dangerfields in New York on the break, during the break. And
the whole show is the break, by the way.
You described it as a fly and a piece of amber. How about that, huh? No, I think that's beautiful.
I'm glad you enjoyed that.
There was no mocking or anything.
You have an eternal look in your eyes.
Well, we're all eternal beings, aren't we?
I tell you, every time I buy a car, I get stuck. You know, the salesman always says she's a beauty, never says he's a beauty. I found out why, because a car and a girl are very much alike. I mean, with either one, a car or a girl, when you're going to use one, they always lie about the mileage. And with either one, a car or a girl, how many times in a cold morning when you really need it, it won't turn over. My whole life, all I know was rejection. When I was a kid, my yo-yo, it never came back. When I was a kid, I was poor, too. When I was a kid, everybody was poor. No rich kids, only poor kids, that's all. But I was poor. I was so poor, my rich aunt died. In the will, I owed her $20. I was poor. Oh, once on my birthday, my old man, he showed me a picture of a cake. I sat there all day trying to blow out the candles.
I took a homeless guy into a restaurant. I said, instead of giving him money, I'll take him into a restaurant. Boy, was that a mistake. In 5 seconds, the entire restaurant smelled like excrement and urine. And everyone
excrement and urine.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that is the worst combination.
It was me and the homeless guy.
Right. So you're the excrement and he was the urine. That's a great story.
Bad vaudeville act.
By the way, stick around for the fight. We're not going to pay the band, you know. You're a nice crowd, all right. You're a classy crowd, I know that. There's 2 tractors parked outside. Well, I was out with a classy girl a few weeks ago. Yeah, she puts her hand over her mouth when she farts. You know what class is? You're alone and you fart. You say, excuse me.
Yeah. And so the comics would come up, and then after the comics came up, he'd come up. And he'd be wearing his pajamas half the time.
Right, yeah.
And so he'd take questions from the audience. It was funny because most of the questions were jokes, but then suddenly he'd be honest. So they'd go, how's your dog? Oh, you kidding, Viddy Moomba, last week he said he had 4 cases of VD. He's all right now, But it's like, how's your dating life going, Rodney? Are you kidding,
You look like a don't give a shit crowd, You don't give a shit about nothing, huh? Well, I don't give a shit either, all right? Well, let's have some action here. Everybody, take a leak in the guy in front of you. Go ahead, all right? What can I tell you, huh? You figure life out, will you?
What do you do for a living?
What do I do for a living? I get guys for your sister, okay? Don't be a wise guy. Just remember, never fuck around with a comic who can't get laid, okay? Because I don't need this, Chippendales wants me.
This is what I saw one time. It was the day he got married. He stopped at the Improv to do a set. His wife was in a wedding dress, and he introduced her.
Come on.
Yeah, he said, give her a hand. I just got married, all right, okay? And the woman stands up in a fucking wedding dress. And everyone claps, and then he goes, she's no prize. He goes, she says, we have so much in common. I said, I don't like to suck dick. And now she sits down. It's her wedding day.
You know how people say to me, hey, Rodney, you talk about girls, your wife, you're single, you're married, what's your story? I'm married. I got married about 1.5 years ago, that's the truth. And I found myself a good woman. I got a woman who loves me for my money and my fame and not for what I am. She's a lovely girl. Her name is Joan. She comes from Utah. She's a Mormon. That's right. Yes, a Mormon, and I'm very, very happy with her, very happy. In fact, next week I'm marrying her sister. And I got my eye on her brother, too. Now, I was single for years. For years, as they say, I was playing the field. Or to be more accurate, I was playing with myself in the field. When I got married, one thing didn't make sense to me. You know, the guy said to me, "You may kiss the bride." After what I've already done to the bride, he tells me I can kiss her, you know? Before I got married, there was plenty of girls I could have married. There was one girl I wanted to marry. Remember with her? She said, "We should get married." She said, "We think alike. We like the same things." I told her, "I don't like to suck dick. What the hell are you talking about, huh?" Oh, another girl I knew, we used to have phone sex together. I didn't like it. She loved it. I'd take the phone, I'd stick it up her ass. She loved it, you know? But I was married before. I got 2 children. I got a boy in college. I'm happy about that. Now I get decent drugs. Now, I'll tell you the truth, folks. I say no to drugs. When people ask me for some of my drugs, I say no. I got a boy in college. He's majoring in fucking up over there. That's what he's doing. My kid is dumb, too, I'll tell you that. He got his girlfriend pregnant. He's suing Saran Wrap. My kid's girlfriend, she's a beauty. She majors in business psychology. For $100, she'll blow your mind. Maybe I shouldn't talk this way, you know. Most of you out there, I'm old enough to be your father. There's a few of you out there, I am your father.
But anyways, so I see Rodney, and he's taking questions from the audience. And so they ask him about his doctor. So he says, Vinny Boombas is doing all right. Ask about his kids. There's nothing, no respect at all. He says, one guy says, when are you going to do your next movie? You tell me, you cocksucker, motherfuckers. Everyone's like, what? Motherfuckers won't give me a movie. You have to fucking have Harry Basil. Are you kidding me?
Like her.
Another terrific impression. Fantastic.
I love it.
I never got girls, and I was a kid in showbiz either. One girl told me, "Come on over, there's nobody home." I went over, there was nobody home. And this girl was no bargain either. She was fat. She got in the scale, a card came out, said, "1 at a time." Fat, you kidding? She used a shower cap for a diaphragm. Well, she tried computer dating. The machine messed her up at Detroit. Fat, you kidding? She was on a Richard Simmons show, jumping up and down. My TV fell off the stand. I mean, I'm talking about a fat girl here, you know what I mean? How fat? She was standing alone. A cop told her, "Break it up." Okay, fat, I'm telling you. I put my hand in her blouse. I felt the chin. Fat, you kidding? Have sex with her, you gotta slap her thigh and ride the wave in. I mean fat, know what I mean? This girl was fat and ugly. Ooh, she ugly. She was known as a 2-bagger. That's a girl who's so ugly, you go out with her, you put a bag over your head in case the bag over her head breaks. She was ugly. Ugly chick. I took her to the beach. They asked me what I used for bait. Kidding, I gave her a hickey. I got fur in my mouth. I took her to a dog show. She won. I mean, ugly. When 2 guys broke in her apartment, she yelled rape. They yelled, "No!" And that's how ugly she was. That's okay. Who came in? What happened here? Although I tell you, I really shouldn't tell jokes about my wife. She's attached to a machine that keeps her alive. The refrigerator. I tell you, get married, look for a good cook, okay? The sex will wear off, but you'll always be hungry. My wife can't cook either. My house, we pray after we eat. She gave my kid alphabet soup. We spelled out help. I bought a pressure cooker. Now we eat off the ceiling. Last night she made chocolate mousse and antler got stuck in my throat. What a lousy cook. How can toast have bones? And I don't think meatloaf should glow in the dark. Why, my kitchen, the roaches are anorexic. Last week, the garbage disposal threw up. She can't cook at all. My backyard, the flies chipped in to fix the screen door. I know a lot of fucking jokes. All right, hey. What a crowd, huh? Yeah, a lot of people are lonely. It's tough to stay married. A lot of people are lonely but afraid of falling in love and getting hurt. Who wants to get hurt and love? They'd rather stay lonely. I'm lonely too. I was in my apartment, I sit in my apartment lonely. I noticed a fly in the room. I became friends with the fly, you know. I was kidding around with the fly, having a good time. It was beautiful. And I opened the window, and the fly left me for some horse shit. I'm getting very confused. Hey, you want to confuse a guy? Join him while he's taking a leak in the street. We were poor. In our Christmas tree, we had no tinsel. We used to wait for Grandpa to sneeze. What's wrong with that? It's a funny line. Don't give me that bullshit, all right? Now, what do you want? Your money back? Fungu, you got screwed. That's it, okay? I've been through enough in my life. I met Santa Claus. That was a beauty, too. I sat in his lap. His fly was open. What a present he gave me. As a kid, I had plenty of pimples, too. I fell asleep in the library. I woke up, a blind man was reading my face. Well, to me, a blowjob is when the soup is too hot. You get older, they call them the golden years, the golden years. That means you're in the bathroom 5 times a night. That's the golden years. When your toes outnumber your teeth, that's the golden years. When a daily double is prune juice and an enema, that's the golden years. You get older, they say the first thing that goes is the mind. I say they miss by 3 feet, you know? Golden years. When you're pissing your pants, you think you're coming. That's the golden years, too, all right? Golden years. You kidding? In this world, anything could happen. I'm not a kid anymore. I could go tomorrow. And I hope I go tomorrow. I haven't gone today yet. Oh, I wish I was home in slippers, relaxing, creating hatred in the family. You know when you're really old? When your family talks about you in front of you. Ever see those families? The guy's sitting right there. What do you want to do with Pop? Pop can't stay here. And Pop just sits there dribbling. Now, Harry, put Pop in the garage. We have company coming, okay? That's when you're old. Suddenly, I'm depressed. Full of hate. And I get my hate out the way a lot of people do. I watch television. When I'm watching television, and I got that remote in my hand, that's when I get my hate out. What kind of shit is this, huh? Get a fucking job. He sucks. Take the weather and shove it up your ass, all right? Fuck you, I say yes to drugs, all right? Can I tell you, folks, I'm very ill. You know the trouble with me? I appeal to everyone who can do me absolutely no good. That's the story of my life. No respect. I don't get no respect at all. Are you kidding? Nothing. No respect at all. Well, last week my house was on fire. My wife told the kids, be quiet. You wake up Daddy. No respect at all. Well, Siskel and Ebert caught my act. They gave me 1 finger up. I don't get no respect from anyone. I tried to join Masturbators Anonymous. They told me to jerk off. And I tell you, I can't take it no more. I was in a Chinese restaurant. They named the dish after me. One dumb fuck. I hope you had a few laughs.